Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the General Collective weekly reading. This isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time as well as the energy is fluid and the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. It is May 30th as I am recording this. We currently have Sun in Gemini, Moon is in Cancer. I was guided to use my Empowering Questions deck today. I also have out the Mixed Emotions. We will be using the Angel Tarot cards to grab the overall energy, and then we'll break it down with the Honest Truth Tarot. So, with that being said, let's jump right on in and see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend. The Empowering Questions is just a deck of different questions. They may be questions that you may need to ask yourself, questions you have already been asking yourself, or just, something to prompt you to, ponder. But let's see what comes out as it pertains to the energy for this weekend. Can I get one more? It's been a while since I used this deck. But let's see. Alright, so bottom of the deck we have, it says, am I doing more of the things that keep me alive or more of the things that make me feel alive? What makes me feel alive? So with this question, it makes me feel like, for some of you, you may be, it's giving me that energy of like surviving versus, living or just being. With the am I doing more of the things that keep me alive? Like, are you doing, things out of survival mode? Or more of the things that make you feel alive? Like, are you doing something that, is driven by your passion? Things that, make you feel. But then with the what makes me feel alive, it makes me feel like there's like some type of numbing going on for some of you, where like you're not doing like what you want to be doing, or they're saying what you should be doing, and to like block out that energy or those feelings, you could be numbing, and it can come in many forms. You could be, distracting yourself, procrastinating. Let's see what else. Then we have, what advice on life would I give to myself if I was a mother and wished nothing but happiness for my child? And that makes me feel like, for some of you, you could be questioning, like, what a mother or even a father or just a potential, caregiver, like questioning what they didn't do. And we always want, or how can I say this? Like, I guess you have to be a parent to, to fully, understand in a way where, like, what your parents did for you, in some cases, or didn't do for you, you would like want the opposite for your child. So it's almost like someone could be pondering that as well. And then let's see what else we have. It says, what would I do if I had enough time? What do I do when I have time? Yeah, and this makes me feel like the energy of time management, where some of you, you could be like utilizing or managing your time much better than you are. Um, or for some of you, you can also feel like you don't have enough time to do what it is, but it's almost like when you do have time, like it's almost like you still don't do whatever it is if you had the time. Kind of contradictory there. But let's see what comes out. What's going on, Spirit? What empowering question do we need? We have, this was the next card too. It says, what are my best qualities? So some of you could be pondering on, what your best qualities are. Some of you may need to think about, what you have to offer. And I don't mean that in the way as to like to another person, but like, what are you good at? Like, how are you as a person? Can I get another one, Spirit? Get another one for the collective. Because what I'm feeling like with this question is almost like someone could think or feel that they really don't have, anything of value. Which we're all valuable, even, our flaws, make us valuable. Yeah. And then we have, what is my gift to the world? Yeah, like it's still reiterating that energy of like someone who may be feeling like they don't have anything to offer. But you do, like, just, it almost makes me want to say, like, just being you is enough. Like, it doesn't have to be something so grand or like, and people, underestimate the power of being yourself. But it is it's a very powerful thing to do and to be, because for one, like, you can't be anyone else. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, sorry about that. But yeah, like I was saying, like, when you are, when you're able to be yourself, fully unapologetically, you know, and I've said this many a times, and many readings on this channel, where like you give people the space and it's not that you have to give them the okay, but it creates a space where people feel that they can be themselves too. And so it's a powerful component. And shit is, to me, it's like it's almost critical. to be able to be yourself, and also show other people that they can do it too. Bottom of the deck, we have what is my mission in life. So yeah, it makes me feel like for some of you, you may be questioning what's your purpose, like why are you here. And again, like, it makes me feel like someone is like almost in the energy of thinking that they have to do something specific or be something specific. Nah, we all came here to just be ourselves, who we are. And that is the mission, like, or at least to me, that's how it is. Like, because, or at least that's how I feel. I mean, granted, there may be things that like you want to do, but that's what you want to do. It's not like what you do is not. I don't even want to say it like that, but it's almost like what you do is not who you are. People do things that they don't want to do all the time. It's not, doesn't mean that that's who that person is. Sometimes we started out with the first question: am I doing things that keep me alive, or am I doing things that make me feel alive? Can I get one more? Because when you're doing something that makes you feel alive, it's because, like, how they say, if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. Can I get one more? Spirit? Can I get one more, please? Too many. Oh, I love it. Who am I? Yeah. I like this. So this feels like, this weekend there's an energy, around of like someone who is, trying to find themselves. And then we have at the bottom of the deck, what have been the most defining moments that have helped shape my life? Yeah. Like, how can I say this? Like, it's almost like, honestly, if I was to answer this question for me, like everything that I've been through, every person that I've connected with, every place that I've been, it all made me who I am today. Positive or negative, here I am. Without it, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Because this question almost makes me feel like, in a way, like someone who is in a way like almost looking at the past or what they've been through as like something to be ashamed of, or something that like it doesn't hold any value. Nah, whatever you've been through in the past, if you come across this video and you're watching this right now, you're here to watch it. So it got you to this point. No matter how it may seem, it was in a way almost necessary to get you to this point. What's up under that? Yeah, because then up under that it says, how or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? So this makes me feel like someone is or could be like sitting in like kind of like a hermit mode and pondering. Like, for some of you, it almost makes me feel like you're moving so fast, or you're keeping yourself so busy or distracted or procrastinating to the point where you're unable to experience who you are and like who you are in totality. Because like, and I'm not saying that some of you, you know, you do that, but it almost feels like whoever this reading may resonate for, like that's what they're doing. Yeah, you do have, you know, the time to sit with yourself, but you choose not to. Like, you know, like I don't know. I know a lot of people struggle with this, and like, you know, it's a no judgment zone. Like some people are able and you know so comfortable within themselves, like they know they actually carve out time to sit with themselves. And I will be the first to tell you, like, a lot does come up when that happens, but get to know you. Like, there's a lot. Like, that's how you answer these questions is by, you know, sitting still, being still, and really, you know, feeling it. Let's see what else comes out. What's going on, Spirit? What's going on as it pertains to this energy and spread? For the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend. Can I get one more? All right, bottom of the deck we have bored. And it says uninterested, apathetic, and jaded. So this could be you, or you know, like I always say, someone you're energetically connected to, or it could just be the energy. But this board makes me feel like for some of you, you know, you could just be, you know, not doing anything. And it makes me feel like for some of you, like I need to say, like an idle mind is the devil's playground. So with the inspired here, it's almost like for some of you, it's like you're looking for something to do, or you know, trying to figure out what it is that you can do, because whatever you're doing right now, it has you in this energy unfulfilled, which says dissatisfied and complete and purposeless. And that's not to say like that's you know a bad place to be, but it's almost you need something or you need to put yourself somewhere where you're able to be in this inspired energy. It says move, stimulated, and challenge. Like challenge yourself. Challenge yourself, you know, you could start today by saying, you know what, at this time, I'm gonna decide to sit in silence for 5 minutes, or I'm gonna take this walk for 10 minutes, or let me write down what I'm feeling. Like inspiration can come from anything, anywhere, any place. Like it could just, you know, sometimes it could just hit you like I know for me, like I'm a person, like I care, I'm a pen fanatic, and I always have a pen on me, just in case, I'm somewhere and I need to write something down. Or like, the majority of us have our phones. You could be doing something somewhere and the idea could hit you. Open up that notepad, get it out, write it down. Anything. You feel like drawing, draw. You feel like reading, read. You feel like singing, sing. Like you don't have to, like, it almost makes me feel like someone is making something harder than it is, or that it needs to be, and it's really simple. It's really simple. And I know, like, for me, I always used to say, and I still say it till this day, that I'll be weary of people that are constantly bored. Like, like, very rarely am I bored. And me being, as old as I am right now, and I tell people, nah, I'm not bored. I got crayons, I got a coloring book, I got pen, I got paper, I got books. I have, like, I make things for me to do. And even when I physically don't feel like, doing anything, I'll meditate. It's a whole bunch of stuff that, you could do. I'll just put on some music. Um, Whatever I feel like doing, I just do it. But I'm never. I can't even remember the last time I said I was bored. Like it's been. I'm not gonna say never, because I know that, like, that wouldn't be true. But very rarely do I ever, get into this bored energy, because there's always something to do. There's always something to learn, like, and little things, like sometimes even like when I do, like, I really don't care for social media like that. Like, yeah, I'll post, every, days, couple of few days, but like I've even, at least for like the last 5 or 6 years, like I've even started to like log out of my social media when I'm done. Like sometimes I can't even scroll because it's mindless in a way. Like I like I really don't care to see or know what other people are doing. Like that's just not my thing. Um, but sometimes like I'll be on my phone and I'll, be something will pop in my mind and I'll go to like look it up. And like if I come across like a word I don't know, how you can like highlight it and have it give you the definition and shit like that. So like I'm always like in a state of learning for myself, and it's little things like that that can at least help someone who is in this bored energy. Because with this disgusted energy, it makes me feel like it says revolted, nauseated, and repelled. It's almost like, yeah, someone is just like, we just had that new moon in Gemini, and I'm hearing, out with the old and in with the new. Like, yeah, it's time to get rid of this energy. Like, there's so much out here to be had, and I feel like I need to keep reiterating the fact that it doesn't have to be nothing physical, or it doesn't have to be anything that you know society deems right or purposeful or whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be that. For some of you, it's almost like, with this love, platonic here, it says devoted, affectionate, and tender. Like, it almost makes me feel like for some of you, like the people that you're surrounding yourself with, um, how can I say it? It's like, Because what I'm hearing is like throw the whole group away. Like for some of you, that you could even be picking up on the people that you surround yourself with. You can be picking up on their energy, and they could be, feeling this energy, and just like it's affecting you, because that, that matters as well. Like who and what you surround yourself with. Because for some of you, this is what you want. You want, loving, caring, devoted connections, because it'll bring out, this happy card that says blissful, joyful, and content. But right now, like I said, for some of you, I feel that energy of friends, like with loneliness, like you could feel that, like you're surrounded by, a whole bunch of people, and you still feel alone. So that's like sign number one. Can I get one to go along with this energy? Yes, and some of you with the relieved card here, it makes me feel like you just want to, be like reassured, like that, because it says reassured, soothed, and at ease. Like for some of you, especially with confused at the bottom, you're looking for like some type of relief or alleviation from, like, it almost feels like the monkey mind with confused. Hopeless makes me feel like there's a lot of doubt, or even self-doubt. But it's almost like with this relief card, like, yes, I don't know, do something, like that, like, you know how they say helping someone else helps you. Some of you may need to like get into that, that energy or space where you can have like those even exchanges with another person or other people, because it's almost like you're surrounded by people who are just negative. There's nothing to bounce off of. Like, it's just like, it almost makes me feel like dead air, dead space. Yeah, we have powerless. It says paralyzed, ineffective, and weak. Yeah, and some of you may feel like there's nothing you can do in a situation. Almost like you're bound to it. And this could even be like a job. Like, again, with this coming out under what is my gift to the world, some of you feel like you don't have anything to offer. You're just stuck in this life. Because for some of you, one of your best qualities is you want to help. You are like, you do help people, or you have that capacity. But it's almost like it almost makes me feel like the reward system, like where you need something tangible to show that you help someone, or like what like you give to get. Nah, just being a giving person is enough. Just can't, like, caring is enough. Like, why does there need, like, I don't understand where that mentality come from. Like, there needs to be something else that you're compensated for doing it, and if that's the case, then it's not genuine. Bottom of the deck, we have resentful, and some of you could be in this energy. It says indignant, offended, or bitter, where you let, like the things or situation, or, for some of you, even people that you dealt with in the past, like, instead of, taking whatever situation and like extracting the lesson out of it, like you, and allow it to make you better, you let it make you bitter. And it's almost like now you just like, you feel like, hey, like this is how life is supposed to be. No, it's not. And for some of you, this could be a person who, you like kind of almost like gave your power over to, in a way to keep them satisfied. And they could be the ones, holding you back with desperate and trapped. Can I get one more? Whoa. Can I get one more, please? And then we have inadequate coming out for who am I? And it says worthless, incompetent, and ill-equipped. Yeah, like some of you are feeling like you're just worthless, and that's not true. Oh, we had another one flip over. Yeah, the hopeless card. I'm not leaving that like that. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have overwhelmed, which says swamped, inundated, and burdened. Which is like the Ten of Wands. But yeah, with that inadequate, some of you are just feeling like you're not enough. And I mean, like, it's not for me to say. Like, all I can tell you is that you are. You do. We all have something valuable, no matter how big or how small. We all matter. Because with this overwhelmed, yeah, I'm like feeling like this is someone, like I said, it is similar to the Ten of Wands, where you're taking on a lot of shit, and a lot of the shit really, like, it could be yours, but it really doesn't. It feels like you're walking around carrying like a load of someone else's shit, and then wondering why, like, comfort and peace keeps like almost escaping you. It's because you're over here, like, you're trying to like take care of everything and everybody, and it's like, nah, you need to take care of you first. Everybody else can wait. But it's almost like, you know what this is making me feel like? Like some of you are like taking on, like, with the confident card and the exhausted, it's almost like you're taking on like almost like a savior energy. Like, nah, that you can't save everyone. You really, you have to save yourself first. Because all you're doing and being in this energy is like I'm even getting, for one, the energy of avoidance. Like when things don't go as planned or slip through your fingers, it's like you automatically just try to jump to the next thing. But look at what happens. Exhausted, fatigued, drained, and spent, because you're still like, look at this. Because all of what you're carrying that's keeping you from this comfort, when you again feel defeated or let down, or something is deemed to be a loss, or slips through your fingers, whatever the case may be, and you are quick to go into another direction, you see how whatever he's pulling this overwhelmed energy. You're still like dragging it along with you. Nah, nope, don't do that. And then it's almost like you're left wondering with the confused energy, like why you can't catch a break. It's like you can't figure it out. Let's see. What's going on, Spirit? Messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection, duty, need, as it pertains to the collective and the energies surrounding this weekend. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Water, which is the Nine of Cups, which says your wish comes true, concern fades away in a life of love. And for some of you, this makes me feel like, this is what you want. The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. It's a card of being emotionally satisfied within the self. It's a card of, being emotionally content within yourself as well. And I feel like this is what, like for some of you, it's almost like maybe you feel like you don't deserve this, or maybe that, you'll never get here or attain this for yourself. But then we have the Lovers, which says intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and good health. Yeah, some of you are wanting like that, or needing the balance, like, of reciprocal energy. But it's almost like you have to make that decision. And it has to come from a place of not where it's like how can I say this? Like, because the Nine of Cups can also be like a card of overindulgence. In the reverse, it means like you could be overindulging just to feel good. And it's almost like with what I'm feeling is like you need to, or you want to have like this connection, or there's a decision with the Lovers here that you need to make in regards to like almost making better decisions. Because then with the Eight of Cups, excuse me, there needs to be like, there's an Ace of Cups here from the 9 to the 8. There needs to be like a walking away from something. Maybe some of you are indulging a little bit too much, and with the Lovers being here, it's a decision that needs to be made, because the Eight of Cups has a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Some of you need to make that decision to walk away from these cups and head towards that. Like, it's almost like self-love. And you know what, I used to do a series called Self-Love Fridays. And that's what I'm feeling like. Yeah, someone needs to love themselves enough to walk away from what is no longer emotionally serving them. And for some of you, like what's keeping you in this space is, ego. We have the Six of Wands, the Six of Fire, and it says, victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or rewards. Yeah. Like, again, like it's giving me that energy of like, well, if I do something, like, what's gonna be the reward? Like, what do I get for doing it? Because that's what it makes me feel like, if you're moving out of ego. And if you're not, and you find yourself like, you know what, I really, like, it's time for me, like, you came to an energy of like acceptance of what it is that you need to let go of or walk away from, you head into this Six of Wands. And it's almost like, a natural alignment, like you're going to propel yourself forward. Like, because what you ended up walking away from, because you made the choice to do it yourself, and if you weren't looking for something on the back end, like your intentions were pure, and like, I want better for myself. Now I want better for myself so people would look at me like this, or no, I want better for myself. And you start moving in that direction, which would actually, sometimes if when you do it with the right intentions, it's almost like you, like, naturally people start gravitating towards you. But it almost feels like there's an energy here that wants to force this gravitation, or that wants to, like, oh, because I'm deciding to walk away from this, then I should get. No, because you're not doing, if it's either you're doing it for you or you're doing it for other people. When you do stuff for other people, it's not going to be as satisfying, because as soon as those people don't care about it no more, or find something else to look at or do, you're going to fall by the wayside. They don't care. But if you're doing something for you, can't nobody, like, say anything. They can't take that from you. Let's see what comes out. What's going on, Spirit? What's going on? What's the overall energy as it pertains to the collective? Yeah, see? We have the Six of Wands coming back out. Oops. Let me get one more. Let me get one more, please, Spirit. Let me get one more, please. Right. And then we have a Queen of Pentacles coming out. So this is like, someone is wanting to move towards an energy of, it says thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. It says make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. And for some of you, I feel like whether you're male or female, this is the energy that you want to, like, obtain for yourself, which is an energy of stability. It's an energy of, nurturing, being very down to earth, very, practical, very, like I said before, stable. Some of you are seeking, like, some type of stability of the self. And now for some of you, this, it's a Queen of Earth. So some of you, it's like, you want to move towards this person. If it's another person for you, again, male or female, doesn't matter. But it's almost like You have to be sure of who you are, especially if you're wanting to go towards an energy that, embodies this Queen of Pentacles energy. Like, she's someone that, how can I say this? Who can, like, turn, like, this is and it's a feminine energy, but they can turn like lemons into lemonade, and like they're very resourceful. They know how to manage time. They know how to, for some of them, even like manage money. They do things with intention. They are able to, like, in a way, like, understand life, but still be very grounded. And like I said, for some of you, you're just looking to obtain this energy for yourself. But up on the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, the Four of Earth, and then we have the Devil with that Ten of Wands, which is the overwhelmed energy. So the Six of Earth says things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. The Four of Earth says being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions given to those less fortunate. Then we have the Devil. It says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. And the Ten of Fire says too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, and stress-related health concerns. Yeah, because whatever this energy is, like, I don't know, it's a lot. It's really too much. Like, it's too much. And it's almost like for some of you, with the Six of Swords, you're wanting to get to more, calmer waters. But it's almost like there's almost like an energy here of not wanting to budge either. Especially with the Four of Earth, which could be the four, it's the Four of Pentacles, but that can be an energy of holding back. It could be an energy of, blocking. In traditional tarot, he's holding on. He has two pentacles at his feet, one above his head, and there's one guarding his chest. And it's almost like, it's an energy of not wanting to give, not wanting to budge. But if you're in that energy, it's almost like with the Devil here, no wonder why you're stuck. Like I said, for some of you, it's your own ego. Straight like that. Where you don't want to give, but you want to receive. And it's almost like your ego is telling you, like, yeah, you got it, you can. Yeah, of course your ego is going to tell you that, because it wants you to wear yourself out, but not to the point of, like, not like this. Your ego should be like your ally in a way. Like, it shouldn't work against you, or at least you shouldn't allow it to, because that's what it feels like it's doing. It's because it's telling you, like, because it almost has you focused on this Four of Pentacles, like what you would have to, like, give up, or like your own, like, there's someone here that's only seeing the negative of a situation. Like, they kind of, like, don't see, like, things in a positive way. And your ego could be like, you're stuck. Yeah, you're stuck here. But just keep doing this. Just keep doing this. Just keep. And it's like, at some point, like, when's it gonna give? It's not. because that's not what the ego does. It doesn't want to give. It wants to just take and still be able to move forward. Like, nah, it don't work like that. This is crazy. Y'all seen that? That's almost makes me feel like, yeah. Like it just it's almost like it's just gonna keep like evading you. So let's get this real quick. Let's go in, spirit. So, bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. And the moon is in Cancer right now. It says triumph, full speed ahead, and willpower. Which, it makes me feel like there's an energy that is, wanting to, move forward. But this is what's in the way. This 10 of Wands, like this shit is just... It's a block, whatever it is. Then we have the moon, which is, it says illusion, fear, and hidden truth. It almost feels like for some of you, what the 10 of Wands is fear. So it's almost like with the 5 of Cups, you just keep doubting that you're never just gonna get to this 10 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is regret, focus on the loss, betrayal. It's, that energy of crying over spilled milk. So it's almost like someone, wants to move forward, but almost like in an energy of like, but I can't drop this backpack though. Even though that's what's slowing me down, I can't drop this backpack. And they're looking at it through the lens of illusion and fear. So the only outcome would be this, like the 5 of Cups. Well, hey, if that's how you see it, it's like, hey, what you were like, this is your own perception of something. And you're feeling like, yeah, you're never going to have that emotional fulfillment. Like the 9 of Cups itself, emotional fulfillment. But the 10 of Cups is energy that you share. It's like, yeah, well, if you're going to keep looking at it this way, or you're going to be afraid to let this shit go, then hey, life is going, this is what, almost like I feel like the Chariot is here symbolizing, like life is going to pass you by. It's going to run you over. Can I get one for what are my best qualities and believed? We have the Empress covered out. which says conception, nurture, and grace. And for some of you, I feel like this feminine energy is a person. And it's almost like there's an energy of like wanting to, like, again, like I said, some of your best qualities may be like being of service, but it's like I keep getting like the intention behind you wanting to be of service. Like, but it's almost like for some of you, I almost feel like if this Empress is a person for you, like you feel like in a way like you don't have anything to offer this person. But I don't feel that being true. It's not, because it's not like this person is like they don't need, but because they're an Empress, but it's almost like it's the gesture, it's the thought that counts. Can I get one for what is my gift to the world and powerless? Yeah. The Four of Swords. And for some of you, this is what, again, like I said in the beginning of the reading, like some of you could be contemplating this or at least trying to figure it out. Because bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which says prosperity, foundations, and trust. For some of you, like, you just need to trust yourself. Because once you get into that energy of trust and almost like acceptance of the self, you get your power back. And then, like I said, sometimes, or the majority of the times, we're just here to be ourselves, and that is our gift to the world. Or give to another person. Like, that's it. Like, there's nothing extra needed. Like, I don't know. And then can I get who am I with inadequate? And we have the Queen of Swords. For some of you, I'm almost like feeling this two different ways. For some of you, like there's a feminine energy here who could be telling you like, yo, you're not, you are like somebody. Like that's what it makes me feel. But for others of you, this could be an energy like if this line resonates with you, I almost feel like it's a Queen of Swords in reverse, like somebody who has told you you're inadequate, you're worthless, you can't do this, that, or the other. Like, and it's almost like you're carrying those words with you. So it's reiterating the narrative of you being inadequate to the point where it's like you don't know who you are. Like you're questioning who you are because of what someone said. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is someone who told you straight up, like, they could have even been like, yo, cut this away, get rid of that, do that. Like, a Queen of Swords is normally someone that's very helpful because they can see things. And the thing about the Queen of Swords, what she sees, she's going to say. She's very clear. She's very direct. And I feel like for some of you, like I said, for the majority of you, that's the kind of Queen of Pentacles Queen of Swords that I'm feeling. Like all of this feminine energy feels very like positive and like full of life. And whoever, if this is a specific person for you, they harness this energy. Like I'm not shocked that they showed up as an Empress because I can feel all of the different queens just within these two cards. But we have the Three of Cups, so this is like someone that you like For some of you, you may want to reconcile with. For some of you, you know, you enjoy this person. You have a good time with them. For some of them, you know, with the Four of Wands, it's like an energy of, you know, like that's normally like the energy of home. It says stability, celebration, and excitement. Like, yeah, it's almost like you feel at home with this person. Like you're comfortable. Can I get one for the Six of Wands and the Queen of Earth? The Six of Wands and the Queen of Earth. Yeah. The Nine of Cups. Wish is fulfilled, life is good. Yeah. Now I am getting for some of you, and this isn't going to resonate with everybody, you went towards a Queen of Pentacles energy in the past. Think like almost with this, like thinking that it was everything that you wanted it to be, and it's almost like with the Five of Cups it turned out to be the opposite, because from the 9 to the 5 is the 4, which is, you know, the energy of discontent and boredom. And it's almost like for some of you, you went in a direction and almost like killed your dream. That's only for some of you though, but the only reason you went in that direction is because you didn't know who you were. Simple as that. Can I get one for this Empress? So it was either like you were trying to like escape, or feeling like you just like, it's almost like you feel like you didn't have a choice. We have the Three of Wands coming out for the Empress. Yeah, see this? Three of Wands. Yeah, this is someone that you're wanting to go towards. Because it says opportunity and prepare to receive, but it's almost like you don't know. With the Eight of Swords, it's your own mind that's keeping you from going in this direction. We have the King of Cups. Yep. It's something emotional. And something emotional with the King of Cups showing up here. Where like for some of you, you could be intuitively guided to go towards this feminine Empress energy. Because it's almost like I'm hearing like they bring out the best in you. But you gotta get rid of that backpack. Can I get one for the Four of Wands? This baggage can't come. Because you know when the Empress came out, the Fool was on the bottom. The Fool travels lightly. We have the Page of Swords. Or excuse me, the Page of Wands. Yeah, so some of you are like trying to find a way. You're trying to figure it out. But it's almost like you keep thinking the worst. With the Ten of Swords. And for some of you, it's like from the 4 to the 10 is the 6. Which is going from chaos to calm. And for some of you, you need to make peace with the fact that like there's something that you need to be done with. Like something is done. Something has ran its course with the 10 of Swords. And it's time to move forward. Some of you, this is almost like with the Page of Wands being here, it's almost like it's like a thrill-seeking energy. Like for some of you, like it's almost like an energy of not wanting to grow up, like keep wanting to see the world, like, and experience it as a child. With the Page of Wands. Can I get another one? Page of Wands and the Four of Swords. Yep, it's time to grow up. With the Page of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time to actually do the work. The Tower. Yeah, to get you back into balance, to free you from this devil energy. And it's ultimately like waking you up with the Judgment card. There's judgment being called on this devil energy, no matter what it is. But it's all to like recalibrate you for your highest good with the Tower and Temperance here. Can I get one for, damn, I can't even get the words out. Yeah, the Five of Swords coming out for the Queen of Swords. Yep. For some of you, if you were dealing with someone that was like reiterating this narrative of like you not being enough, like this could be someone, like sometimes the Queen of Swords could be looked at as like a, you know, an ex or a bitter wife or whatever the case may be. This person, like, cause like I can hear it and I'm seeing it, like someone being very scolding to another person. Or this could even be like a mother figure or an authority figure, but it's almost like they're kind of like would or could have said things to you in the past, like ain't nobody gonna want you, you ain't about this, you don't have that, and it's almost like they did that as a way to like make you feel defeated. This would be someone who used their words to cut. But on the flip side, for some of you where you had like someone else, or you know, maybe you had the energy where, you know, someone is telling you like, hey bro, like, or sis, this is, you know, this is what it is. Like somebody that was real and honest and upfront with you with the Five of Swords here. It's almost like you didn't believe it. It didn't make sense to you. Like you didn't believe it because for some of you, you were always like in the mindset or mentality of people out to get you. But with the Ace of Swords, no. It couldn't have been further from the truth what this person was telling you. What they was telling you was the truth, and it was to move you forward. The Six of Wands. Can I get another one? For this Queen of Swords. Yeah. So with the Four of Pentacles, it's almost like, yeah, for some of you, if you had it on the more negative side, you've been holding on to what those people, or like, because it doesn't even have to be one person, it could be multiple people that just like almost like rained on your parade. So it's almost like you took on that narrative and mentality and like almost made it yours. You've held on to it. And look at, even in the inadequate, that's what you're lugging around. And then if like, again, on the more positive side, if you had someone that was like actually like, because I feel like someone that was encouraging you and like almost helping you in a way, you were not ready to let that narrative go. You weren't ready. Can I get one for the Nine of Cups? The Nine of Cups, please. Right, we have the Temperance card, which says balance, reconciliation, and harmony. Yeah. And like I say, Temperance is the only card that trumps the devil. Look what's at the bottom, the devil. So I feel like there's an energy here, like, because it almost feels two-sided. and I feel that, and we are in Gemini season, so I'm not surprised to where there could possibly be two experiences that a masculine energy has had, where one experience, how can I say this, where like it almost tainted, or it's like I don't even want to use that word, tainted. They've had one experience with feminine energy that wasn't the best, and then it's almost like they encountered another feminine energy, and it was like the exact opposite. So I almost feel like this person is in limbo. One of them feeds the best part of this person, and the other one, or brings out the best part of this person. One of these experiences brought out the worst in this person. But it's almost like this masculine has to decide who, like, once you decide who you are, then you know who to align with or what you need to let go of. Yep, we have a King of Wands coming out, which is the masculine fire energy that takes action. He knows what he wants. It says leader, entrepreneur, and honor. And it's almost like looking at, with the Seven of Pentacles, what they've been investing in, or for some of them, like what do they want long term? What's going to be more sustainable long term? That's what they're trying to figure out. The Hangman. It says sacrifice, letting go of suspension. And it looks like they're letting go of this devil energy. Because it's restricting them and keeping them from. We have the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups. One for the Hangman. Yep. And this person is, more interested in growing. And I said I felt the Hermit. There we have it. So it says introspection and soul searching, yeah. So this masculine, they could be going through a dark night of the soul with the Hermit and the Nine of Swords. Let's grab the guidance and advice, because I got to go. What's the guidance and advice? Oh man, we have the Empress, the High Priestess, and then bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. So with this coming out for the guidance and advice, I feel like for some of you, your intuition is pushing you towards the Empress. Or for some of you, it's like your intuition is telling you, like, this, you're able to, like, in a way, attain this energy for yourself. Because the Empress, she's all four queens, but it's also the energy of, like, needing to nurture yourself. Because it says lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Because the Empress has the capacity to both give and receive. And then we have the High Priestess. It says listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully what you want before acting. And then we have the Chariot. Yeah. It says an important achievement, self-discipline, and willpower, and public recognition. Yeah, because it's almost like when you're in alignment with all of this energy, It almost like, and then especially with the star up under this, it says happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, and you're on the right path. So, oh my God, this is so real. This energy, this chariot, whatever you're feeling right now, is pointing you, or whatever you're doing, like you're wanting to go, you're wanting to charge forward. The hermit, which carries the star, the chariot is guiding you towards this star energy. And it's almost like, everybody has free will. Following your intuition, look at this, is going to lead you to this empress. Because, like, this is how I'm seeing the story. This is the masculine energy. Like, not knowing what to do. But through this introspection, this timeout, there's going to be, there's with the star energy of hope, happiness, faith. This masculine is realizing that they need to take a leap of faith, and it's going to point them in a direction that aligns with what their intuition already knows, and it leads to this empress. So for some of you, this Three of Wands, if you're resonating as this feminine energy, this Three of Wands is for you, telling you, prepare to receive, because that's what feminine energy does. This person could be deciding to come toward you, and them making that decision, it's going to cause this tower moment, but it's also going to free them as well with the Four of Earth. Like it's this energy of the Hanged Man, like surrendering control. Can I get one for the Three of Wands? The Three of Wands, please. And it's the King of Swords. Because it's almost like this masculine is an emperor as well. Their energy is just scattered. We got 3 queens, 3 kings out here. We got the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. And it almost feels like this masculine, they're done. They're at the Nine of Wands. So it's almost like they're setting themselves free from, with the Hierophant and the Tower, from like some type of belief system or structure or status, or they're breaking from tradition. That's what they're doing. They're breaking away from tradition and aligning with something that is more, they're saying, compatible with the Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. All right, you two. Yep. And then look at what we have after that, the Ace of Pentacles. I love it. And it's almost like this person, like they didn't see it before. They were so, with the Two of Swords and the Queen of Wands, they were so worried about how other people seen them that they needed to balance out, actually, with justice, how they actually see themselves with the Emperor. Because it's almost like this masculine's energy, at least their fire energy, was like mismatched. Where the masculine energy wanted to sit back and receive this, they would take a lot of their action from their feminine energy to feel like, almost like they were worth something. But it's almost like this person is realizing, like, oh, they were just avoiding, like, in a way, the feeling of what it would be to not be in that energy, if you guys understand what I'm saying. because it's almost like this Queen of Wands, like, at least to me, I've always read it as, you know, an energy that she's the only queen that looks outside of herself in the traditional tarot. Like, almost has, like, or at least can sometimes have, like, a sense of entitlement that can, you know, like, it can quickly, like, turn negative. That's what I feel. It's almost like this energy didn't want to look at life without, like, or see what life would be like without them getting all this attention. Like, I don't know why attention is coming up like that, but it's just like, mm-mm. And it feels like with justice, it's almost like spirit coming through, like, nah, you're just be you, just be the emperor. Just, like, in a way, just do you, just be who you are. Don't try to, like, almost in a way entice people to come towards you, because then it's not genuine. And then it leads to this, you questioning yourself. Ain't nobody got time for that. But anyways, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that everyone has, you know, a great weekend and is safe. You know, I hope that it resonated for you, and if it didn't, it just wasn't your story, and that's fine. But as always, if I didn't say it already, I thank you all for tuning in with me, and I will see y'all on the next one. All right, later.